All right, so I thought I'd come on here and talk about something that I get asked quite often about. As most of you know, some of you don't know, I am a mom, and but more importantly, I am a single mom. And I have been a real estate agent. In May, I'll be going into my 14th year. And I have been single the entire time that I have had my real estate license. And I get asked a lot, like, how have you been a single mom and had your real estate license? Well, as most of you know, obviously the real estate market tanked a lot during all this time. And so I did not do real estate the entire 14 years full time. I'll be the first person to say that. My parents own a business, and so I did work for them for about 5 years in the middle of some of this. So that was very helpful to help sustain my income and all. But for the last 5 years, well, probably 5 to 7 years, I have had my real estate license. And more importantly, I guess probably since Chase was a senior in high school, I have been doing it on my own. But I talk to people a lot of times, and I have had this, and this has been kind of a reoccurring theme since I even got my real estate license, is that I've heard moms talk about real estate agents that were moms kind of downplay the fact that they're moms and they have kid stuff going on, and they're almost afraid to tell their clients that they have things going on with their family and their kids and things like that. And I've always been the real estate agent that if anything, I've kind of screamed it from the rafters that, hey, I am a mom. I'm a mom first. I'm a real estate agent, and this all has to work together. And my kids will never take a back seat to my business. So when a client comes to me, whether it's whether it's a seller or whether it's a buyer, I always am upfront about that. So what do I mean by that? So my two kids are, my youngest is 19, my oldest will be 22 in May, and both of them from the time they were very young have been athletic. And now that they've been athletic all the way from elementary school, high school, and now they're college athletes. So when I meet somebody, one of the first things that I tell them is, hey, I have college athletes. And there will be times that I might not be in Columbus. I might be in Pennsylvania watching my daughter play volleyball, or I might be at a cross country or a track meet with Chase. And that's just what I do, and that's just part of who I am. And I tell them that up front. One, because that is who I am, but two, they need to know that. So they need to know that if they don't want to work with somebody who has that obligation and has that dedication to their family, then maybe I'm not the right real estate agent for them. Now, I have never, that I know of, had anybody choose not to work with me because of this. If anything, they're like, oh, that's cool. That's really cool. No, not a problem. Because when I say, hey, I've got a kid and that's an athlete, I always follow it up by, I have other agents on call and that are more than willing to help me out and that will show you a house. I've never had to tell somebody, I don't have anybody to help you get into a house. I've always had people, agents that are more than welcome to show my clients houses, and they're always willing to do that, because in return, if I need to show one of their clients a house, I'm always willing to do that for them. So I always like to say this, and if you are a mom or even a single dad, don't be afraid to wave that flag. Don't be afraid to wave that family flag that, hey, my family comes first. My family is the most important thing, because at the end of the day, your kids are going to remember whether you were there. Your kids are going to remember, did mom show up at the baseball game? Did mom show up at the volleyball game? Was she there? Or was she out showing the house? Now, look, there's always going to be exceptions. There's always going to be times that you have to say, oh, crap, I'm not going to be there. So don't beat yourself up. Like, it happens, and there are times. But at the same time, those times should be very minimal. And when those times are very minimal, your kids are going to go, Mom, it's okay. I get it. And that has to be how it should be. But if more often than not, your kids are not expecting you there because you don't show up, that's when you need to step back and you need to take a look at, where are my priorities? You do not have to be, I tell people this all the time, and I've told my coaches this, and Jackie Bowman can say this, that I have said this: if I don't kill it in real estate, but I kill it as a mom, I've won the game. A1. Like, that is my goal, because my kids are my legacy, not my real estate career. So that's my legacy. So if you're a mom, if you're an entrepreneur, even if you're a dad, just go out there and make sure your priorities are in check, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know what's going to happen to you. You don't know what's going to happen to your kids. And you want them to look back and say, you know what? She was there. He was there. And that's what's most important. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. If you are struggling with this and you need a sounding board, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to talk about it, help you out. This is a passion for me, and being present is a passion for me, and I will be your biggest champion. So let me know how I can help you.